Well, it's day 24 of my carnivore journey, and I've been struggling. Um, I want to be honest with you guys. More importantly, I want to be honest with myself so I can continue to improve and continue this journey, make it to the other end, the end goal of being healthy. But if you haven't noticed, I haven't posted since Friday because it's been a crazy busy weekend. Saturday, I woke up with this pain in my ankle, and I was like, what the heck is this about? Because I had been basically pain free for the past 2 weeks. I figured it could have been like oxalate dumping, or maybe I slept weird or something. But then I made a huge mistake, which was I went and got out the scale and weighed myself, and it had been 2 weeks since I weighed myself, and I had gained 4 pounds, which it shouldn't matter at all because I was feeling great. I know my clothes were fitting better, but seeing that I had gained 4 pounds, I was like, it was mentally devastating because I was like hoping to be under 300 by now. Yeah, I think I was like 308. And I should also mention one of the meds I'm on, metoprolol. It's a beta blocker, and it basically blocks adrenaline and slows my heart rate way down, making my metabolism really slow. It's common for people to gain weight on it, and also common for weight loss to be nearly impossible on it. So my results are a lot different than they were last time I was carnivore, and it's making it hard to stay motivated because I expected the progress to be faster than it is, and that's been a bit of a mental roadblock for me to get over. So that was difficult mentally to process on Saturday. Like I said, it shouldn't matter with how I was feeling. And all week last week, I had the best blood pressure that I've had since my big crisis. It was the first time, and I'm going to pull this up so I can show you. It was the first time ever that I had been consistently, or even at all, getting numbers in the 120s. Like my entire journey, this was July 10th. Which day was that? I don't know. This was last week. So up until, here's another one. 127. Wait, over 87. That was Saturday. So even Saturday morning, my blood pressure was still great. This was the first week in this entire time, probably in my life since I was a kid, that I've been getting blood pressure readings in the 120s. So obviously, carnivore has been really improving my health because the blood pressure was the cause of all my problems. Then we had a family dinner Saturday night, and I was unprepared. It was a surprise party for my brother-in-law, and there was cake, and there was freshly baked bread, and I think you can see where I'm going with this. I didn't have many options. The only meat there was some chicken on kebabs, and it was breast, and it was dry, and it was like, it wasn't enough. So I ended up just eating what everyone else was eating, and then I spiraled. I do what the thing that makes me so metabolically sick and unhealthy is, you get a taste of that and then you just want more. So on the way home, I was like, I really want fried cheese. And so we stopped at Arby's, and I got mozzarella sticks and a sandwich. It's like, why did I do that? But that's just the start of this weekend. Like I mentioned, it was crazy busy. That was out of town at Rosie's mom's house. Then we went home. We had a wedding out of town, a 2-hour drive away. And I was back on the horse. I was like, okay, I messed up last night, but I'm going to be focused now. And I was doing great until there was this point in the day where I had left my water in the car. The ceremony was about to start, and I couldn't run to the car to get my water. So I asked someone at the wedding if, for a water. And they bring me this thing called bubbler, which I expected to be just a sparkling water. But what the heck is it? I wonder. Bubbler nutrition facts. Well, I drank it thinking it was water. I didn't bother looking at the label because I thought it was sparkling water, and it was sweet. Oh my God, 7 carbs? What are those even from? Erythritol, huh? Which I guess I think that's an acceptable sweetener, maybe. I don't know. I've never used it, but it was gross. First of all, it didn't hydrate me, and it started triggering this cascade again, because even if it's not sugar, the sweetness triggers your insulin. You get an insulin spike, then your blood sugar being low starts to really bother you, and triggered another spiral. And I got a sandwich at dinner after the wedding, and then we went to the gas station and got snacks. So again, it just kept spiraling, and I'm really good at justifying that stuff on the weekends. I'm like, well, I'll just jump back on the wagon tomorrow. And then here's another day where I'm making backwards progress, So Monday morning, after all that, I wake up with all the aches and exhaustion that I had forgotten about, that I used to wake up with every day. It was just like, I felt miserable in the morning, like my mom used to say, like a train ran through our bedroom last night or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, we were out of town. Again, I was unprepared. We had no food, so we went out for breakfast. And it was like $12 for 2 eggs and bacon. And I was like, do I really want to pay that much for something I can make every day at home? So I was trying to get back on track. But once again, I justified somehow getting this Southern style, what's it called? Eggs Benedict, which was biscuit based. And it wasn't even that good. That was the sad part. Like all these junky foods that I crave once I accidentally trigger some kind of craving, like when I actually put them in my mouth, they don't taste that good. It's not like biting into a nice juicy ribeye and it's so rich and textured and you feel good about eating it because you're giving your body nutrition. With this biscuits and gravy, it was like biscuits and gravy in the style of Eggs Benedict, but it wasn't even good, which was really dumb. And obviously it made me feel like garbage after that. I felt like I had a brick in my stomach for the next 4 hours and I was tired, but that was breakfast. I was like, I'm going to try to get back on track for the rest of the day at least. And it was okay. I did my live stream that day, but then after that, there were Kit Kats next to me on the couch, and I was like, well, I already blew it today, so I had Kit Kats. And it just, again, I'm telling myself I'll get back on the horse tomorrow, but I just have this way of justifying bad decisions in the moment, and it just shows me how sick I am metabolically, and why I'm in the situation I'm in now with my health, because I, like I talked about in my intro video, I always see food as a reward, as a celebration, and I'm really trying to break that link. But it's really deeply ingrained, and it's hard to let go of it. And I'm still susceptible to it because it's a tight grip. It shows me how sick I am metabolically and mentally when it comes to food. Now, when I have my own routine at home, I thrive. It's super easy for me. But as soon as that routine gets disturbed, I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm at a family gathering, or I'm out of town at a wedding or at a hotel or something. I just get this terrible travel anxiety and I spiral, and I'm like, how am I going to make it through this? I start to worry about things that haven't even happened, but those start to crush my psyche, and I just, I lose control. I already have barely any self-control when it comes to food, and carnivore makes it so easy, but even on this easiest diet ever, I still messed up so many times this weekend, and I'm feeling like a failure today. Yesterday was good. I had smoked a pork belly and chuck roast, and they were phenomenal. I'm so grateful for that smoker because I'm going to start smoking meat at the beginning of the week, so I make sure our fridge is full. I have stuff to take places if I need to. But I really need advice from people who have more experience than me. What do you do in these situations where you're going out of your comfort zone, going to a family dinner where you're going to be around other people that will think it's weird if you're just eating the chicken off of the kebabs or something, or they probably wouldn't even think it's weird. Who even pays attention to what other people are eating? That's all in my head, all that. But I think it's going out of my comfort zone that causes me so much anxiety that I just cave so easily. Anyway, like I said, I need advice. What I'm thinking is I'm going to have Rosie hide the scale so I can't weigh myself. Got to start bringing dishes to share with people when I, am going to a gathering. And I'm sure this won't be my last slip up, but I needed to hold myself accountable and share all of this. It's like I said at the beginning, I want to be honest with all of you. And most importantly, I want to be honest with myself when I'm looking back on these videos, seeing how much I struggled, because I want this to be an accurate documentation of my carnivore journey. So I'll continue to share my mistakes along the way, but hopefully sharing them will help motivate me not to make them, because it's embarrassing and it's, like I said, I feel like a failure. But it's part of my carnivore journey. Like I said before, I know my blood pressure is so much better when I'm on carnivore, so there's no reason to give up on it. It's just I've got to get control over my travel anxiety, and my relationship with food, which I'm sure the further I get into this journey, the more I exercise, consistency and overcome the challenges, the more I'll realize I can do this. There's no reason to be so anxious and to let that make me spiral out of control. But I need to win some battles first before my brain is ready for that. So this weekend I have plans with people, another gathering. We're getting together to play music. So there's my next trial. I'm planning on making it through this time. I'm going to bring some meat and it'll be good. That's my plan. Preparation, I think, might be the key. But again, I need guidance from people who are more experienced than me. And I also hope that me sharing my mistakes will help people who are new to this or considering this, like, you're going to make slip ups along the way. The bottom line is don't let it make you give up, because you're still way better off than you were just eating the standard American diet. If you're eating carnivore, 6 days a week and you slip up one day, you're still better off than you were. But it's always progress, not perfection, So I know I'm making progress in the right direction. I'm better off than I was a couple months ago. Just got to keep grinding, keep on keeping on. And I really did not want to record this video. That's why obviously I've been out of town. I've been really busy, but yeah, it's done now. So thank you so much for watching this. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you following my journey. And I'm sorry I'm not the perfect example of carnivore, but I'm just trying to be real. So, all right. Thank you all. I'll talk to you next time.